So today's speaker, I got to know him through IBDA. He told me that he taught in St. Anthony's School, Ooi Hean, then go to some tech school before. Later on, he became a teacher's trainer, so he was at a teacher's training college in Navatani. Then, lastly, at teacher's training Ipoh. So he also told me that he is also one of the founding members of this Ooi Hean Buddhist Society. And also, he didn't tell me anything lah. I know he is now the Buddhist Missionary Society Malaysia President, Ipoh branch president. So, he's a very approachable person, very generous in sharing knowledge. So, our speaker, Brother Ooi Hean Beng.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Is it okay if I stand by the side and also look at the screen? Being a lecturer and a teacher, so I hope you don't mind if I speak like a teacher. So you will be my students. Alright, I was thinking about what is the first topic I would like to share with you all. And I thought that I would not go so much into Dharma yet. So today won't be a lot of Dharma, but more of reflection. I normally like to choose titles that don't sound Dharma-like. So I have put there reflecting inward and projecting outward. But before I go on with this, I'd like to share with you two experiences that I had. One when I was a first year student during the orientation program. And the other one just a few years back in my college that something happened. I'd like to share the first one first. Normally when we go to the varsity, there will be an orientation week where the seniors will sort of like orientate you and ask you to do a lot of fantastic things. You can call it bullying nowadays, but it was a fun thing to do last time to orientate newcomers to the varsity. And one senior actually asked me to do something that I felt was seriously indecent. And I refused to do it. And of course, the senior started to scold me and said, "You are a freshie here. Whatever I tell you to do, you must do." And I said, "No, I will never do this kind of thing. You can ask me to become a monkey, I don't mind. You can ask me to behave like a gila person, I don't mind. But whatever you ask me to do now is very indecent. Then I won't do it." Then he asked me one question that stuck into my mind. Are you a Christian? Why are you so determined and so convicted in your refusal not to do what he asked you to do? Then I asked him the next question. Why do you think I'm a Christian? Because you dare to fight against us. Later I found out that this senior who asked me to actually perform a very indecent act is actually one of the committee members of the Buddhist Society of IBDA. Then it came into my mind, why would a Buddhist Society committee member ask me this question? Are you a Christian? Just because I refuse to do very indecent acts. A few years back, this is during my time in the teachers training college, I refused to sign some documents. I wasn't told that, I was told to sign certain documents, but I refused to sign. My head department asked me to sign this document. It was actually the document to say that these are the students' exam papers I have marked, and I've gone through them, and everything is okay, I signed. Today I was teaching physics, so I failed actually 6 students in physics. I failed 6 students, and these are taboo to fail people in the college. So when my head of department found that I had failed 6 students, he said, "I want to remark your paper. How can 6 students fail under you?" So I said, "Okay." He's the head of department, go and mark the paper. After he has remarked the paper, he did not send me back the exam papers. He just sent me the documents through another lecturer and said, "Please sign these documents. All the students have passed." And And I said, no, I will not sign them until I see how these students actually pass the exam. And then no, the head of department asked to sign now, no questions asked. And I said, no, I will not sign until I see the document. So I got back all the exam papers, and then I really decided I will not sign them because it's not possible to pass all 6 of them. And my Banara said this, my head of department said this actually. If you do not sign them, you answer to the Banara, and you answer to the Banara in IBDA headquarters. And I said, I don't mind. Even if I go until the Minister of Education, I will not sign these papers. I will defend myself. When my colleagues in my department heard that I actually challenged my head of department, they actually said, wah, ini sangat berani. Ketua jabatan ni pun berani cabar lawan. And he said this, alangkah baiknya kalau kita orang Islam buat macam itu. Kita hanya pentingkan makanan dan pakaian. Tapi you berani cabar. You tak takut kena hina. I say no, this is a moral issue. And when it becomes a moral issue, you have to stick to whatever is right, even if they're transferred up. And my friends asked me the same question. Adakah you orang Kristian? I have been asked this question many times. Are you a Christian? And the thing that struck me is it only Christians have moral values? So what are we as Buddhists projecting to other people? As if that only people who has a belief in God are moral people. That is my question. So I think that is something for us to actually think about. About 2 months back, I was actually listening to this particular talk by Reverend Agachita. And the title of the talk is, Are You Really a Buddhist? And of course, Reverend Agachita actually described what a good Buddhist is and what a bad Buddhist is according to the Suttas. Which is quite an interesting talk. And I remember the other day when Brother Ang came, he also mentioned something about what kind of Buddhists are we. I'd like you all to reflect on a few categories of Buddhists that we may have. I think Brother Ang did mention this before, that we are the document-informed Buddhists. Buddhists only in the forms that we fill in our birth certificate. Every time, especially like in the school, Agama, we put Buddhist. But other than putting our religion as Buddhist, basically that's all we do, filling up forms. This is one kind of Buddhist that Brother Ang talked about. The second kind of Buddhists are the festival Buddhists. You only see them during Kapina, Vesak, and all this. Then after that, they disappear for another 1 year. Coming back again during big festivals. We also have this type of Buddhists. The other type of Buddhists will be the very ritualistic. Sometimes people label them very, I would say wrongly, as Chinese Buddhists. People will go to temple and pray, do chopsticks, or like in the last time in the Buddhist temple, they will bring all the Siu Ji, Siu Nam, Siu Yo, everything that actually goes against the first precept. And they put big candles and big chopsticks. And they actually asked the Reverend, the Thai monk over there, why do you allow all these Buddhists to bring in all this during Vesak Day? You know the Chinese like it. And our answer to the Reverend was, this is a Buddhist temple. Our duty is to educate these people about precepts and all this. So you should actually discourage them to bring all these roasted pork, roasted chicken, and whatever during their party. And the Reverend was very kind, and he was very open to the idea, and he actually started to tell the followers not to bring all this during their Saturday and other festivals. And slowly, that temple now has this totally like more or less a vegetarian temple already, a Chinese temple in Televisa. We also have the very intellectual and the academic Buddhists. The people who read a lot about the sutta, they know a lot about the Dharma, but basically they are very intellectual. Brother Charlie Chia once during the talk in the time mentioned this. We have to be very careful with this third and fourth type of Buddhists. The one who are very ritualistic, they are actually following whatever people tell them. Therefore, they become very gullible. Gullible to follow and believe almost everything any monk or any speaker says. And this is dangerous. The second type, or the fourth type over there, is the intellectual. And Brother Charlie Chia also mentioned this, that the very intellectual and academic type also has an issue. They become very skeptical. Many things they don't believe. And we must understand in the Buddhist practice, faith is very important. Sadhana. Faith is very important. But not blind faith. So although we need to have rituals, which are very important to some people, for some people these are all nonsensical, not important, but to some people they are important. So we cannot neglect the ritual aspects of Buddhism. I was very afraid actually and very uncomfortable with Tibetan rituals. Have you ever seen a Tibetan ritual before? It's very complicated one. And I was very uncomfortable with such rituals actually. I say, what kind of Buddhism is this, the Tibetan? But fortunately in Kalimantan we invited one Lama from Tibet. And we had a very personal discussion with him about the rituals of Tibetan Buddhism. And when he explained it, we could understand why the Tibetans actually need all these elements. So understanding is very important. To us, the rituals may seem very superficial, very artificial, and sometimes seemingly useless. But to certain people, these rituals are actually very important and they have a meaning. So it's not about the ritual per se, but it's more about the meaning behind the ritual that is performed. So before we say this ritual is no good, this ritual is useless, this ritual, what I want to do, it is very important for us to understand in what context is the ritual being carried out and why the ritual is being carried out rather than to just push it away. But Buddhism has this spirit. If you don't accept, never mind. Just leave it aside. If you find that ritual is not something that is very comfortable to you, it's okay. But don't criticize it because there are people who criticize. Is it okay to be academic? Yes. Because the Buddha did mention that we should think about everything that we hear and everything that we read. So it's also very important to use our intellect in the practice of Buddhism. The important thing over here is that there must be a balance. Very important. The Buddha always mentioned about the middle path. So we have to be balanced in our practice. If there's something we cannot accept, or we find that at this particular moment in our spiritual development, we cannot accept, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But don't reject also. Keep an open mind. Keep it in your back door of the mind. But don't reject it 100%. Let's look at the next one, the social Buddhists. The people who come to a Buddhist society to get friends. Or sometimes, like even in the children, they go there to find life partners. They come in to enjoy the friendship. And this is very important in the Buddhist society, friendship. We used to complain to Buddhist temple when I was in the varsity. When you go to Buddhist temple, you go in alone, you come out alone. Nobody seems to bother that you're a newcomer in the temple. You go in, okay, you can sit down in one corner, do your chanting, do your meditation, whatever, and at the end of the service, you just leave, and nobody even notice you were there. And we were complaining this to Chief Reverend, we complained this to Brother Charlie Chia, we complained this to Brother Victor, we complained to Brother Tan and all this. And in the end, they said, okay, we formed a committee of the so-called ushers there. Now, if you go to the British temple now, you should see that there are some people around looking for newcomers. They actually follow the church system of eyeing for newcomers and see, I have not seen this fellow in the Buddhist temple before. Maybe we should approach and say, hello, welcome to the Buddhist temple. We talk so much about metta, loving kindness, compassion, but we seem to practice very little. And that kind of metta that the Buddha talked about should come about very naturally, not by force. It has to be developed slowly. I'll talk about it later. And of course, the next one will be we also have people who think that we are the practicing Buddhists, real Buddhists. I think that it will be common because how do you define a Buddhist that is real? Or how do you define a Buddhist that is not real? When I gave the talk in St. Michael's, one student actually raised up their hand and said, "Sir, I'd like to make a complaint and a request." And I asked the student, "What is your complaint?" And the student from St. Michael's actually said this, "Sir, can you please get rid of all the false Buddhists in this country?" And I looked at him. And can you please define what do you mean, explain what you mean by false Buddhists? And he said this, the Mahayana Buddhists. And I asked him, where did you learn that the Mahayana Buddhists are false Buddhists? From a record. Now can you see why the Kalama Sutta is so important? That you cannot even take the word of a spiritual master as the final word. You have to investigate and see whether what that monk, that teacher said is right or wrong. But the boy accepted because the monk said Mahayana Buddhists are wrong Buddhists, they practice wrongly. So these are the things that we have to be very, very careful about what a real Buddhist actually needs. Now, like I said, I'm a teacher, so I like to do something about teaching now. In the teaching profession, in the college, we have what is known as a reflective practitioner. Something that all teachers, or like me, I've been always telling my students, if you want to be a good teacher and improve to be a teacher, you must learn to reflect. And reflection over here means that, well, you have to look at what you have done and what you're going to do. And what did you do in the past? That is reflection. And this is a book actually written for professionals. It's not very clear over here. It's how professionals actually think. That's the title of the book. A reflective practitioner. How professionals actually think. So it's about thinking. And when I was trying to prepare this particular Dharma sharing, I thought this is a good idea. Why don't I use reflective practice as a way to guide us in our Buddhist practice? Because it is very important. And I find that reflective practice is very, very closely related to mindfulness. Very fascinating. You'll notice that many of the modern psychology books and many New Age books means books written by people like Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. Or you have people like Dr. Wayne Dyer, and you also have people like one more person here. Okay, another one I like very much is this Indian writer, Deepak Chopra. These are all the New Age philosophers. And if you read their books, you find that they are very, very much into Buddhism. Or they will write it that way. But if you look at the way they have written, it is very, very Buddhist in nature. And I was thinking, as Buddhists, we should actually reflect on our own practice as a Buddhist. So it's about thinking about ourselves. Reflection is about thinking about ourselves. And then, like Sister Yashi the other day when she came and gave the talk, said everything happens for a reason. And true enough, while I was trying to prepare for this talk, I walked into Novel Hut, one of the second-hand bookshop, the only second-hand bookshop in Ipoh. And I was browsing through the books, and I found this book, Parami, The Way to Overcome Life's Flood. I was very reluctant to buy the book because it's written free distribution. And they blackened that part and wrote there and put there 8 ringgit. I actually wanted to go to Noah and tell them, this book is written as free distribution. Why you want to sell it for 2 ringgit or 8 ringgit? I said, never mind, it's a good book, I'll just buy it. 8 ringgit, even though it's supposed to be 3 ringgit or 8 ringgit. But when I bought the book, I thought, this kind of coincidences seems to be very good. Because in this book by Achan Sujito, he talks a lot about reflective practice in Buddhism. So while I was preparing the was sharing on reflection, suddenly this book came out. And I said, yes, it's a good idea to look at what does Achan say about, the Achan write about reflective practice in Buddhism. And it's very connected. Of course, the main book is not about reflection, although every chapter has a reflective part. Because this book is mainly about the 10 priorities, or the 10 paramitas, which I hope later I can share with you. Because the insight in the paramitas are very fantastic. It's written in a way that is easy for people to understand. So I thought maybe next time I will share this paramitas with you all. I'm preparing actually another one, the floods of life, another small part of this book, which is actually a very interesting part. What are the floods of life actually according to Achan's book? Alright, let's look at another thing. This is reflection from the professional point of view, not from the Buddhist point of view. But I think we can actually incorporate Buddhist practice into it. For example, the first part says, what happened? I'm a teacher and I always ask students, the way to learn is not by looking for answers, but the way to learn properly is by asking questions. If you want to be a good learner, you don't get facts from people. You learn how to ask good questions. That's the best way to learn. And even in our Buddhist practice, we should always ask ourselves this question when we come across a situation where even when our Dharma practice is being challenged. Or sometimes we find it very not so practical to practice certain aspects that the Buddha has mentioned. For example, let's look at the fourth precept of Nisavata, of not speaking frivolously. Of course, in the five precepts written as not lying. But the fourth precept also includes things like gossiping, telling lies, even white lies. So the question is, how many of us don't enjoy gossip? Honestly speaking, all of us enjoy gossip, right? So is it easy to actually practice the fourth precept? Of course, the Buddha has antidotes for everything. So if there's a fourth precept there must be a way to practice the fourth precept. But I won't go into that today. Right? There is always a way for every precept that is given, although it is difficult to practice. I think 5 precepts so difficult to practice. Not easy. Not one of them. I mean, occasionally I drink beer. But the 5th precept says cannot drink beer. Intoxicant. Recently my friend came back from Australia and we went for a drinking session. Almost a bottle of whiskey was finished by 4 of us, breaking the 5th precept again. So you ask yourself, when is it that I should practice? Can we actually justify and say, isn't social drinking only no harm done? We like to justify what we do. So we say, only social gathering I'm not drunk, so I don't drink the other 4 precepts. Okay lah, once in a while only one. Not every day one. We like to justify a lot of things that we do in the name of it is okay. And we always like to rationalize why it is okay to have one sip. It's okay. But again, you must understand the spirit of the 5 precepts rather than to take it as a whole and must be followed 100%. This is where wisdom comes in. I'm not saying that I am encouraging you to go ahead and bring one can of beer and all this. No, I'm not saying that. It's up to us actually. You practice according to what you are able to practice. That is very important. And of course, the second part is, when that happens, what were you feeling at that time? And this is where mindfulness actually comes in. How many times when we talk to our colleagues, talk to our friends, talk to our family members, that at times we feel so agitated and angry? That feeling will arise. Now, the question is not whether being angry is wrong or right. Because I have a book, Why It Is Important to Get Angry. There's a book, actually a whole book written as Why It Is Good to Get Angry. Everything you want to have on them. You want to be selfish also, there's a book, How to Be Selfish in Order to Survive. You can get all sorts of fantastic books around in the market very easily. And there is a book that I have that says Why It Is Good to Be Angry. But the question is not about the anger itself. but what causes the anger and how you act towards that anger inside you. And the importance of mindfulness practice is that because you are mindful of the arising of the anger, you are able to control it. You are able to reduce it. It's not that because of the practice of mindfulness you don't get angry. Not possible. But because of your awareness, you are aware of what is happening now. You are able to actually cut down your anger very, very fast. So there is nothing wrong per se about the anger. But the trouble comes is how we act towards that anger. We cannot deny the fact that we get angry at times. That is a fact. Right? We are not perfect human beings. At times we are selfish, at times we are generous. But the moment we are selfish, if we are very mindful in our practice, we will be able to note it very quickly. And that is the important part. The next question after that is, was the thing that I did good or bad? As a teacher, I used to scold students. Number missing kat sana. I used to scold students without actually finding out why. And one day my students are very brave because I encourage them to be brave. They came to see me, sir, they are very unhappy with you. My students are encouraged to tell me this very directly. And I asked, why are you angry? Sir, you're very unfair to us. He said, what do you mean by unfair? Every year you come to the class, we are noticing you scold us only and you don't scold anybody else. Actually, not our fault. That boy also very noisy. Why you scold me? My answer to them was this. When I first came to this class and it was noisy, I noticed you first. The second time I came to this class and it was noisy, I didn't notice you. The third time I came to this class and the class was noisy, I noticed you 2 times. Fourth time when it's noisy, who do I look for first? You. It's automatic reaction. And I say, sir, that's very unfair. Then I say, yeah, it's true, it's unfair. Sometimes life is like that. So in order, if you want me not to look at you, don't behave like that. Then I look at somebody else, I target somebody else. But this is the things that sometimes when we do things, we have to ask ourselves, how do we actually feel about this? When we are angry, when we react in a very negative way, when our thoughts become very negative, feel about that thing. I'll give you another example. I used to teach all the good classes in the school. And as a teacher, sometimes if you get a bad class to teach, it's considered an insult. That means you're not a good teacher. So one day my principal in St. Anthony came to see me and said, Mr. Ooi, can you please do me a favor? Next year, can you please teach this Form 5 arts? I can't remember arts what, but it's an arts class. And it's the worst class in the school. Because that class, look at her and I got a shock. Mrs. Wasansan. And she just said this, can you please do something about it? Can you help them? And see what you can do with them. And I asked my principal the next question. How long do you need? Yeah, this is I'm starting from the beginning of the year. Give me until September. By September, I'll tell you whether this class is okay with me or not. And my principal said, go ahead. I give you until September. So after September, I went to see my principal. Mrs. Wasantan, I think I have failed. Out of the 30 students in my class, I can only help 5. The rest 25, no hope already. But my principal was very nice. He said, Mr. Ooi, since you can help the 5, help the 5 10. Forget about the 25. How many principals who say that? Forget about the 25, help the 5 10. But you see, that was the only class in my teaching career I didn't want to enter. And in order to avoid that class, I would actually go in late every time, which I have never done in my teaching career. Go in late. When the bell, normally I will go to the class before the bell rings. But for this particular class, when the bell rings, only I start to pack my books. But I won't go straight to the class. I will walk to the toilet. After the toilet, I will go to the office. After After message untuk saya lah. Then no more only reluctantly walk to the class. And was also the only class that I will leave immediately when the bell rings. Whether I've completed the teaching or not, I'll just text back, oh, nothing to begin. Hey, terima kasih class, I walk out. I did that for at least 3 months. And I felt very guilty. 3 months I've been a very irresponsible teacher. What am I going to do about it? So I'm going to face all these so-called, you're not supposed to say this in the teaching profession, so-called monkeys. Right? So how am I going to face them? And I asked this question back. I felt very scared to go in because they were all gangsters. I felt very reluctant to go in because I couldn't help them. And I always try not to go to the class if I can. And I asked myself the next question. I'm a Buddhist. Why am I doing this? This is very important. I'm a Buddhist. Why am I doing this? Which is very, very irresponsible. So I said, well, I have learned metta meditation. How come I'm not practicing metta? So what I did after that realization, with that asking that question, every day that I'm supposed to enter the class, I will wake up half an hour earlier and radiated metta to my students for half an hour. Did it change my attitude towards them? The answer is yes. I became more willing to go in, but still afraid. Still scared. But more willing to go in now. What about the reaction of the students? Were they still naughty? Were they still disruptive? The answer is yes. But not that bad anymore. Why? Because when your treatment to them change, their treatment towards you will also change automatically. When you judge them less, they behave better. So this is where the reflection of evaluating your own behavior, evaluating your own practice is very important. If you are a Buddhist, but you always fall back, you always fall down, you always lack your practice, you always neglect your practice once in a while. And this is the time that you have to be honest and come back again. When I was in the university, every time we invited chief reverend and all this, sometimes last minute they cannot come. So when last minute they cannot come, they say, Brother Ooi, you take over. And one of my, actually a group of them asked me this question, Brother Ooi, you already can do more, but everything also go to retail center one. My answer is very simple. Talk is easy, practice is hard. I can say all I want, but does it mean I can practice all I say? The answer is no. You cannot practice everything you say. But it's easy to talk. It's easy to be a speaker. But the question is, can you really walk the talk? That is the most important question. If you come up to speak here, can you really walk the talk? That is very, very important. It's not about the talking. Talking is very easy. Right, next one is, we have to analyze our own action. This is where reflection comes in, mindfulness comes in. And does it make sense to you in that particular session? What can you make out of it? Why were you that angry? Why were you that agitated? Why were you so disappointed? Why were you so sad when that thing happened? When my twin brother passed away, I cried for 3 days non-stop. I have a twin brother. He died in an accident. And I cried 3 days non-stop. And then brother Ooi came from the time I was already teaching in Suntec. And I just casually mentioned to brother Ooi, and I said, you know, I've been practicing Buddhism, and we talk about non-attachment, that death is certain, life is uncertain. But now I'm crying like a baby. Then that is my Dharma practice. That I was still so attached to my twin brother. Brother Ooi just said this thing. He became my uncle-in-law, from a friend to an uncle-in-law, and then his niece. Alright? And he just said this. He said, Brother Ooi, yes, you cried because you have feelings. But because of your Dharma, you probably overcome this grief faster than anybody else. So it's not about, because I practice Dharma, I have no attachment. But it's more of, even though I have attachment, it's easier for me to let go because of my Dharma. Not that I have totally got rid of attachment, but it's easier for me to let go, and it's true. Alright, the next one is after you have analyzed what have you gone through, then you have asked yourself, what can I do next? What could I have done? You know, sometimes as a teacher, I scold my students and then I regret scolding them because I scolded them wrongly. What could I have done? And of course, the next question we should ask ourselves is, if the same situation happens again, if the same anger comes again, what can I do about it? If the same falling back comes back again in my practice, if I become a bit weaker again in my practice, if my faith in Buddhism has dropped down a bit, how can I increase that so that my saddha, my faith, you can say my confidence in the Buddha Dharma will still be maintained. Because sometimes as we practice, we find it's very difficult to maintain our confidence in the Buddha Dharma. It's not as easy to feel that confidence. It's very easy to drop that confidence. So we have to ask ourselves, how can I do, what can I do to ensure that every time I fall back, I can again get up. Because we will always fall back, and then we must also know how to get up. All of us in our practice will always retract a few steps, then go back a few steps forward. It is normal in our Buddhist spiritual development. Nothing to be frightened about, nothing to feel guilty about. Now this is the one that, this is Reverend Sukito, the one that wrote the book that I mentioned, the Paramis. And he said this, he recommended the idea of reflection and action. So every chapter, every end chapter of the book, he will write about the reflection on the Paramis, the 10 Paramis or the 10 perfections. So he said, how do we reflect on each Parami? Where do we go and how do we practice the Parami itself? The Parami like effort, right? Diligence, or truthfulness, and so forth. And he gives a very good reflective writing on how do we go about thinking about each of the Paramis that we are supposed to develop. And what I love about the book is that it gives us the importance of the Paramis. It's not about the practice, but also why these Paramis are so important in our development as a Buddhist. And this is very important because many books they just tell you it is important to practice, but they don't explain how it affects our life. And we need to know how each of these actually affects our life. Why they become important and why are they so difficult? Let's look at the next one. This is found in page 13 of the book. I purposely put it there so that you know I know where I got that. My wife was asking me the other day, what are you underlining all the things in the book that you are reading now? I said, now I'm a student again, retired student. So I need to underline all the important texts so that I can look for them again very easily. I don't miss them. But of course, if you are a student, I always tell my students, if your buku rojakan, you underline and highlight a lot of things that you have not learned how to read. Because a real book, any textbook or buku rojakan, the actual facts are only 20%. 80% are all nonsense. All cerita only. So if your book has a lot of highlights, you know something is wrong with the way you are learning. It is not correct. Right, so what Reverend Sujito said over here is that the Dharma supports and is supported by the practices such as careful reflective thinking. Now I'd like to go back to the psychology of teacher education, where Donald Trump, the book that we saw just now, the first book before the Parami book, mentioned that there are 3 levels of reflective practice. He said the first level of reflective practice is called the reflection in action. Meaning, when something happens to you, you are supposed to analyze it immediately before you take action. And this requires a lot of mindfulness. For example, if somebody says something that makes you angry, uncomfortable, straight away your reflection in action will require you to think, how am I going to respond to this now? What is my next step? And here again, if you look at right speech is about talking about the truth, not telling lies. But if you look into modern listening skills, one of the best ways to learn how to speak is to learn how to listen carefully. And in order to do that, you have to be very careful. Many of us listen to answer, not listen to understand. Everything somebody says, we are ready with our own response. So we are not effective in our listening skills. Because we always want to get ready to answer people with our own ideas, our own opinion. So we don't listen fully. And therefore, when it comes to the idea of careful reflective thinking, it is to straight away ask ourselves, now I'm having this awareness of I'm happy, I'm angry, I'm sad, whatever it is, be mindful and be ready for the next action. And this is what Donald Shaw means by reflection in action. The second one is, according to Donald Shaw, is reflection on action. Meaning, after that something has been done. For example, sometimes I get angry with my wife and I start to sort of shout at her. And her response normally was, go back to meditation. That means her meditation is already up. Go back to meditation. Because she can see the difference. When I meditate, I'm more patient. When I'm not meditating, I become more irritable, very fast and angry. And she said, go and meditate. No need to argue so much. Then she will make me feel guilty already. My meditation is not good enough. No need to say so much. So, husband and wife relationship, no need to argue that. Just give action. Go meditate. Settle already. Then no more argument. So he says it's very important for us to think about if something happened to us, the action is already done. If I got angry with somebody, if I got upset over a certain incident, and things like that, and it's already over, there's no point regretting about it. The important thing is to ask ourselves, if that kind of situation were to happen again, what should I do about it? That is more important. What should I do about it when I really regress in my practice? And of course, the last one, that for teachers, I would say this is your reflection for action. Meaning, I always tell my students, I used to teach Form 6 in Sunset. And I always tell my students, whatever I teach you in this class, you better ask the next class, what did I teach you all? For a very simple reason. The first topic I teach for the first class is always immediate. Because I won't know how effective I will be. But once I come out of the class, I will start to think that, I look at my students, they look very confused. Meaning I know my teaching has not been effective. So of course when I went to the next class, I will teach differently. Because I know my first class, everybody look confused already. Something is wrong with my teaching. So reflection for action means, now that I know I have this kind of problem, I have this kind of weakness in my practice, what should I do to overcome it? That is reflection for action. That's why I find the idea of reflection in Buddhism and reflection as practiced by professionals are so closely related. Because it works on the idea of how can I improve myself through mindfulness. This time myself, Brother Ooi and I have this same problem. We have what is known as Cambodia. The moment we hold the mic, we don't know how to stop. We continue until 3 hours, 20 minutes. We don't know how to stop. So I always tell my teachers when I give them training to the schools and all this, I say, I know you're very malu. Malaysian style is, even though we want to go home, we are not happy with you anymore, we don't want to listen to you anymore, we still tolerate you because you are a speaker. Then never mind. If you feel that it's rude to tell me, Mr. Ooi, please stop now. Time up. If you feel it's very rude to do that, you do something else. Look at your watches. When you look at your watch, then I say, oh, this one I say, yeah, Mr. Ooi, you talk for how long some more? Then I know already it's time for me to stop. So use your body language. Look irritated. And then you don't have to tell me, I know already, this is all very sleepy already, time for me to stop. A good speaker always has 3 things. Stand up, speak up, and shut up. And the last one is the most difficult for me, the shut up. Alright, let's look at what is found in page 28.
He says, over here, Reverend Ajahn Sugito says that we must learn how to think differently, means with intention. Because it's only through thinking that we can understand how we feel, our mind and our heart. And this thinking and feeling is very, very important. That's why if you look at the first part of the picture of my title, I actually put there the heart and the action. For this reason that our heart, our thinking, our intuition sometimes plays a very, very important part in our practice. So we have to be very aware of that. So reflective practice, as in Buddhism we call it mindfulness, is very important to help us improve ourselves. We must be aware. Like I mentioned earlier, that we cannot say because we are Buddhist, we cannot get angry. Because we are Buddhist, we cannot do this. Because we are Buddhist, we become inhuman, like a robot. We have I have one senior, a very devout Buddhist. His meditation skill is so great that actually the Reverend allows him to go to the cemetery and meditate alone at night. Not many people are allowed to do that. To actually sit in the cemetery alone at night and meditate. But my senior in UPF was allowed to do that. But we look at him, he got frightened. And we said, if this is the kind of Buddhist you will become, we want to become a Buddhist. Because he looked so cold, impassionate, like walking like a robot. And I mean, for ordinary folks like us, if we see a Buddhist like that, we get scared. We get scared, honestly, we get scared of this type of thing. But although if you look at them, they are very spiritually high. But to ordinary people like us, it can be very frightening. And it can be very disheartening because we find, can we reach that level? Then it discourages us. Right, so let's go at the next one. This is the last part of the reflection. We ask the question. The first question is to ourselves. As a Buddhist, since you have practiced from the moment you came to know about Buddhism until today, what has changed in you? What has changed in you as a Buddhist? Have you become a better person? Have you become more patient? Have you become more helpful? Have you become less egoistic? Have you become less selfish? We have to ask ourselves these questions. And we have to be very honest with ourselves. Really very honest with ourselves. Until today, after your practice for so many years, where are you now? I've been practicing Buddhism for 30 years plus. And when I look at myself again, a long way to go. So many things still not good. So still have to continue. But of course, we have to ask ourselves, is there improvement? And sometimes the improvement comes from feedback from other people. I mean, when my Muslim friend asked me, are you a Christian? I find it to be an improvement. And that means I have very good moral values, although wrong label of religion. When a pastor from my wife's church actually told me this, he said, how I wish more Christians are like you. And I find it as a compliment. That the pastor from the church can actually tell me, Mr. how I wish more Christians are like you. I take it as a compliment. Of course, initially, they are very kind to try to convert me. I use the word kind because they are not trying to be, they are actually trying to save me so that I can go to heaven. Actually, it's kindness. Please don't take it as they are irritating. It is out of kindness that the Christians come and try to convert you. Look at it from that point of view. They want to save you. But of course, we have our different views. And we must politely speak our tongue without criticizing their point of view. That is very important. And Chief Reverend always emphasize this. Never talk bad about other people's religion. No matter how tempting it is. Sometimes it's very tempting. Right? Especially when people argue with you whose religion is better. Then we start to try to defend ourselves. I once defended, I had an argument with one teacher in Sunday school because of Christianity and Buddhism.
And after that, I was interviewed in time for a talk. I gave the talk interview in time. And so happened, I came back with a reverend. He was supposed to go to PSI, but PSI was not open, so I said, Reverend, you come to my house first. So while we were in the bus talking to the Reverend, he was a psychology graduate, a monk from America. I talked to him and I thought about this problem about me arguing with the Christian teacher. And the Reverend just turned to me and said, Brother Wing, why will you argue with her? Is it because you want to defend Buddhism? Or is it because your ego has been challenged? Good question. Is it because you want to defend Buddhism? Or is it because your ego has been challenged? Somebody talked bad about your religion and you are angry about it. Are you aware that you're angry? You see, the Reverend gave a very, very good answer. He did not say, that's very good. Wow, you should defend Buddhism more. How can these people talk bad about us? He didn't say that. He said, watch your own ego. You are defending Buddhism because of ego, not because of Buddhism. Think about this. Think about this very, very carefully. Because many times when we say we defend our own religion, we are actually defending our ego. How can you insult me as a Buddhist? And this is where we have to ask ourselves this question. Where are we in our own personal practice? The next one. This is what I used to tell people. What about your relationship with your family members, with your friends, with your colleagues? Have they become better because of your practice? Or they are just normal? Because one of the best indicators of you are practicing properly in your Buddhist practice is how people react to you or how people interact with you. If your practice in Buddhism is good, you will always get very positive things, even if you are angry. I'll give you an example. This happened in 2 schools. I'm a very, people used to call me a very, very arrogant teacher. My students call me a very arrogant teacher. Give you an example. I was a new teacher and already very fierce. I even scold senior teachers. I even scold my principal. And my wife was very scared about it because she was from the same school. One day, I actually walked into a class and shouted at the students, scolding them, "Kenapa bising sangat?" Without realizing, inside the class, there was another teacher. Can you imagine the insult the teacher has? A junior teacher going into the class to scold the students with a senior, very senior teacher in class. And the teacher was very angry with me. And he said, "How can you show this kind of disrespect to me?" I said, "Sir," I call him by name, so I use sir first. How do I know that the class has a teacher in the class can be so noisy? I would think that the class has no teacher will be that noisy. Then the teacher actually replied, "But they're happy to see me, what? That's why they make so much noise because they're so happy to see me." I came out with so much anger that you are wrong and yet you blame me. That anger lasted for 3 days and 3 nights. And for 3 days and 3 nights, I couldn't sleep. Can you see how anger actually kills you? And of course, after the 3 days and 3 nights of torturing myself, I asked myself this question. Does he know I'm angry? Does he know I cannot sleep because of him? It's silly, isn't it? To be angry with such a person, whereas the anger only kills myself, does nothing to improve him because he still thinks he's right. So what I do? Every day still see him, smile at him. You know, it's a torture to have a small, very false smile. Hello. Good morning. So it's very torturing, to pretend nothing has ever happened. But later we became very good friends after that. Why? Because he found out that I was a debater and I could help him in the school debating team. I was coaching the school debating team. So you see, this is where this idea of reflection is very important and where the patience of practicing Dharma is so important. Another thing happened in Subject, I won't tell because of some
content here. So I cannot tell. Alright? But this happened, it was during a staff meeting. I said something that made some senior teachers very, very angry. And in fact, I was warned. Mr. Yuen, you better apologize to this teacher. He is so powerful, he can actually go to JPN and get you transfer. That's why I don't dare to tell you who you are. Right? Now, the teacher was so angry with me that if I go to the canteen to eat, even though he has not finished his breakfast, he will just walk out. That was how angry he was with me. He was so angry with me that we taught the same class, and when he comes out and I walk in, he will look another way as if I don't agree. And that lasted almost 6 months. Again, false smile and false kindness.
Even when you're practicing good, didn't you think it's better to go? Whether it is
Okay, the question was this. Somebody did ask me this question. Don't you think you should apologize? I just asked back the next question. Was what I said truthful or not truthful? Was what I said wrong or right? And the teacher said, what you said was right, but it is very hurting. That's all. But I did not regard that teacher as my enemy. Again, the false smile and the false hello was there all around. But you see, psychology is such that when you practice something that is false, later it becomes real. Psychology is such that if you practice something that is false, it will sooner or later become real. And that's what these athletes, top rate athletes do. They call it visualization. You can actually make something real by thinking. And that was what I did with the idea of meta. So I didn't want to make that teacher my enemy forever. And again, after 6 months, we became good friends. So it works. Meta works. The only thing is, are you patient enough to wait for it to work? 6 months is no joke. 6 months of smiling and sometimes don't feel like smiling is no joke. But the patience stays in the end. Your faith in the Dharma of metta that the Buddha says, hate is not overcome by hate, is very true. So it's not about because the person hates me, I must hate that person. It's more about even though the person hates me, can I still be kind to the person? Can I still be nice to the person? Recently, my colleague told me this. I had a lot of argument. I like to argue with people a lot. So I had a lot of argument with my head of department. But when I retired, I met one of the colleagues. And she said this to me. Ooi, our head of department commented this about you. He said, Anthony masih sangat mesra dengan saya. Masih sangat baik dengan saya. And she was very surprised why, even though I had a lot of argument with my head of department, I still respect her. I still was very nice to her. I still took her as a friend. My reply was this. When I argue with my head of department, it is for professional reasons, not for personal reasons. I argue professionally. But once that is over, my friendship with her still remains. It is very important for us to differentiate the two. That work is work. Friends are friends. Once, when I was a prefect in school, my best friend sitting beside me asked me, Henry, if I were to eat in class, what would you do? You know, we prefects give punishment cheats for students who break school rules, and one of the school is not to eat in class. And my best friend beside me said, Henry, if I eat in class, what would you do? Henry, you try. He said, Henry, I show you I eat kacang now. And I wrote him a cheat punishment. And he said, Henry, I'm your best friend. How can you punish me? Can't you close one eye that I've eaten? And my answer was this. If you are really my best friend, you shouldn't have tested me. As simple as that. If you really respect me as your friend, you shouldn't have tested me this way. But of course, I did believe you're still best friend. You see, good friends, you can do things like that. You can scold, you're still friends. It's only the not so close friends you can scold. The really good friends, you can actually be very frank. Alright, let's go to the next one. What is our relationship with the people that we don't feel comfortable with, people that we don't like? If we have practiced Buddhism properly, this will change for the positive. The people that you don't like will actually like you. Trust me. It will happen. But again, it is not easy. But it will happen. This is where we say the faith in the Buddhist practice, the confidence in the Buddhist practice is very, very important. Don't give up too easily. Let's look at the last one. As a society, what are our contributions towards IBDA? Our contributions to DSR? Or recently we have formed the BSF, Perak branch. As a society, what are our contributions to help develop it? To make it better, to make Dharma more known? What are our roles over here? So there are three aspects we have to look into our Buddhist practice. Number one, ourselves. Ask ourselves honestly, where are we now as a Buddhist? Number two, we have to ask ourselves, how is our relationship with people that we like, which is very easy to handle. The more difficult one, people that we don't like and people that we feel uncomfortable with. That's why metta, the last one, is the hardest to practice, isn't it? The people that we don't like. And of course, when I went for a metta meditation retreat, one of the things, even metta for ourselves, we cannot just sit down and say, may I be well. It doesn't work. During our meditation retreat, we were told, in order to practice metta properly and to be effective, you have to ask yourself this question. How much do you really love yourself? Because you cannot radiate metta to yourself if you don't love yourself. And how much do you think you yourself need metta? That you deserve the metta that you're radiating for your own self. Because that will give you the confidence in the metta meditation. So the Reverend that gave us the retreat in Fraser's Hill actually said this. Before even you radiate metta to yourself, think about why you deserve your own metta. And then only you do the meditation. Likewise, for the people you radiate metta to. You radiate to your family members. Think about the qualities that make you want to radiate metta to them, rather than I just radiate to them. Because the heart is very important. The intention is very important. Right. Basically with this, I'd like to go to the last one. So with the three questions in mind, for many of us now, we have what is known as the key performance index or key performance indicator. What are the indicators of you being a better person practicing Buddhism? So I'd like to show you this thing that was introduced to me in my varsity days, the Johari's windows, which has 4 quadrants. And the first quadrant is a quadrant of what I know about myself and what I know that other people know about me. How do people see you as a Buddhist? And how you see yourself as a Buddhist? Your level of practice and the level people see you practice. That's the first question in Johari. The awareness of yourself and the awareness of others about you as a Buddhist. For example, when my friend asked me, am I a Buddhist? They are not aware I'm a Buddhist. They were not aware. Second question, the second quadrant is what you know about yourself, but others, what are known to others but not known to yourself. For example, I was a very arrogant teacher. I was very proud of my own knowledge and my own ability. So proud that everything I say is finalized. It's muktamat, don't argue with me. And I wasn't aware I was that arrogant until one day, remember my wife and I got in the same school as me. My wife just mentioned, Mr. Ooi told you all this already, what? And the student actually answered this back. Who do you think Mr. Ooi is? Why is he always right one? And my wife came to me, like, you know what the student said about you or not? You think you're always right, huh? You make me think. I was not aware I was actually so arrogant until the students actually hated me. Can you see? But I thought I was a good teacher. Very effective in teaching. Very deserving. Very dedicated. Not realizing students actually didn't like me. When I first got transferred to Sungai Petani to teach, I knew very well my students hated me. As a lecturer in Mata Perguruan Soka Abdul Halim, I could see from all their faces my students didn't like me. And I was very surprised. So one day I looked around and see each student can be very honest with me and tell me the truth why they didn't like me. And I actually called two of them and asked, I noticed that you don't like me. You all in the class don't really like me. And then can you please tell me why? And they gave me this answer. Sir, you treat us like kids. We are already in college. Why do you treat us like school children? Then I asked the next question. Which lecturer you like the most? Then they mentioned, oh, Mr. Leong, you really like him very much. Why do you like him? Oh, he told us as friends, he talked to us very nicely, he respects us and all. I wasn't aware I actually treated my students like school children. I needed somebody to tell me, and my students were honest enough to tell me. So that is where we learn when people tell us what we do not know about ourselves. I speak very fast one. And I wasn't aware I speak very fast. Until one day my student, sir, can you please slow down? I said, what do you mean slow down? I'm really very slow. He said, you're very fast. I said, no, I'm very slow. This is my normal speed. So one day I actually recorded my own teaching. Went back and listened to my own teaching, and I couldn't understand my own teaching. So I said, now I know what my student meant. I myself can't even understand what I was saying. How can my students understand? So the awareness of others about you. You need feedback and honest feedback from them. The third quadrant is what is not known to others, known to you. Meaning to say, there are certain things about you that people do not know. Some of you may be very good singers, nobody knows because you haven't sang. Some of you may actually be very good speakers, but nobody knows because you also think you are not until you come out. We have a lot of potentials that we are not aware of. But then again, people may know. Alright? Not known to others, but known to you. Sometimes we are too shy to come out to show our talents and our qualities. Because we feel if we come out and show our talent, our quality, people say we show off. So we are very scared of it. Now, of course, the last one is what is not known to you and what is not known to others. Sometimes there's something hidden in us that we ourselves are not aware. And this is where mindfulness awareness comes in, and what other people are also not aware. So when you look at the four quadrants of the Johari symbols, we have to ask ourselves, can we come to a stage where this part, known to ourselves and known to others, become bigger and bigger? Because that is the ultimate of Johari symbols. So with this, thank you very much for your patience. We go to the next session of Q&A. Any questions? Yes. Any questions? Okay, no problem. Any questions? I always encourage you to ask questions. Okay. Good comment. I forgot about it. But I actually pre-prepared. Sometimes you have to prepare questions. This was a very common question that people ask me, and most people actually reject Buddhism because of the first precept. So I will look into the first precept. Okay, let me go to this. I mentioned 5 precepts are the basic for any lay Buddhist. But I've also mentioned that some of us, even people like me, being a Dharma speaker, also break the precept. It is very difficult to keep. And one of the most common questions I get in schools, and even among the people in public, is it really possible to practice the first precept of non-killing? I give you the example of Brother Chong Hang Wan. He was a Chinese Dharma speaker, very often in the RTM. He used to be invited to give Dharma talks in RTM. And he was my housemate, good friend. Now he's in Kuantan, working for pilgrimage. He's like a pilgrimage tour guide now, taking people to India and all this. Right. He used to be invited to give a talk in Bangkok Island. Bangkok, most people are fishermen. And they kill fishes for a living. When you're invited to give Dharma talk in Bangkok, can you talk about the first precept? It's not practical, right? Can you tell all the fishermen, please stop fishing, find another job? That was the only skill, that is the only skill these people have. And you tell them, stop killing fishes because it's breaking the first precept. They can totally reject Buddhism. Because it's not practical in the life. So Brother Chong has never thought about the first precept in Bangkok Island. But you talk about, yes, because of your own life, you cannot practice the first precept. But the Buddha did not make it as a commandment that you must follow it 100%. Otherwise, you go to hell. The Buddha has never said this. Does it mean that it's okay to kill? Again, you have to understand the law of karma. That whatever action you do, there is always a vipaka. So even though I'm a good Buddhist, but because of my livelihood I kill, the karma of killing and the vipaka or the fruition of killing is always there. You cannot run away from it. Because there's no such thing as running away from your own volitional action. No such thing. But because this first precept cannot be practiced, what Brother Chong did was he encouraged other precepts to be practiced. We as Buddhists believe in rebirth. And because of the development of other practice, it is hoped that in the next life, we don't have to have a job that requires us to kill. That is for next life. But what about this life? Of course, the vipaka will always be there. That is something that you cannot run. But before we just look at the precept per se, let us look at the question from the Buddhist perspective. When we say we kill something, when do we actually kill something? And the Buddha has mentioned 5 conditions. It's not, if I step on an ant, does it constitute a killing? No, it does not constitute. Because the Buddha has laid down 5 conditions before it is considered as a volitional act of killing. Number 1, there must be a living being. Number 2, there must be an awareness that there is a living being. Number 3, there must be an intention to kill the living being. Number 4, there must be the act of killing the living being. And number 5, the result of the act that actually causes the living being to die. So these are the 5 conditions. That number 1, there must be one living being. Number 2, you must know about it. Number 3, you must plan to kill it. Number 4, you actually carry out the plan. And number 5, the plan succeeded. These are the 5 conditions. So if you accidentally step on the ant and all this, you did not fulfill the second part of awareness. But there's still a killing. Will there be a karma? There will probably be a karma. But like I said, I'm talking only from the point of intellectual speaking. I'm not the Buddha. So I cannot tell you exactly what the karma vipaka is. But intellectually, there will be a karma vipaka. So sometimes when we speak, we have to ask ourselves, are we speaking intellectually? Or are we speaking based on experience? And honestly, most of us do not really understand the law of the karma very, very well. Therefore, we do not understand the vipaka that comes after the karma. Number two, of course, when we say, the students used to ask me, sir, if I see a lot of ants there, I got boleh tahan lah, I kill. No. What kind of answer do you like me to have to give you all? That as a good Buddhist, please take a wet piece of cloth, let all the ants stick to the cloth, and then take it aside, and then let the ants go away. Second answer, why don't you sit down and radiate metta, ants, and please don't go away, I don't want to kill you, please go away. Hopefully the ants will go away. Second method. Third method, about, well, it's not practical for me to kill. First precept, useless one. Either you die or I die. You better die. What answers do you like? Which answer would you think is the best answer? Number one, take the cloth and do. Practical or not?
Can I give you the example I think?
Okay.
That it is the first one. See, in my garden, a lot of snails, and it will grow very big because of the plants. So, since becoming Buddhist, I look at it, it cannot remain here, otherwise time has to go gone. So we have to go. Of course, the first reaction is take out the snail, go away, to show on the road, they definitely will come back and they will die. Since we come here, that's good. But I can avoid it at the same time solve the problem. So I pick it up. Not every day, maybe once a week. Then I take your place where more bushes, plants, dead leaves, the roadside, and then shady, Even when I throw them in it, some will be upside down. I say, you will die because you cannot turn it every time. So I can't do that. Because if you can avoid really killing them, but at the same time, get rid of them, do that. So that the reason is yours. Instead of just stepping in there, or just throw it to the next door neighbor. Because that's not fair to the next door.
Very good answer, isn't it? Avoid, I take this in there.
But heaven says that the ants from sometimes the park. Now if there's nothing you walk, don't realize. Then you hear something. And then you become, oh gosh, you step on the snail or you step on the ant. But then you tell yourself, there was no intention. I did not notice it. If I had known, I just don't know. It's so simple. But if I say that, I don't know. Because it was unintentional.
Yeah, and that was a very important point I mentioned in the condition. The plan of killing, the intention of killing. It was not there. No, there was no. And Dr. Yam had mentioned the idea, can I take these ants and put other snails and put somewhere else where they can still live? And that's a good one. But some people may find that a bit troublesome. That again depends on a lot on the level of practice.
The point is, that's the most practical.
Most practical.
At the same time, avoid killing them.
And avoid-
Because they also wants to live.
Yes. And you have to understand the spirit of the first precept. The first spirit of the practice of the first precept is to respect life. It is not so much about I don't want to kill, but more of the understanding that every living being wants to live, and we respect that desire to live. And like Dr. Yam says, as we practice it, it becomes something that is natural. Of course, like Achan Brahm also mentioned before, sometimes you have no choice but to kill. Then you do what is practical, it's either you die or die. But remember that vipaka is always there. So we cannot say, I love you very much, but you still have to die. Sorry lah. And some people do that actually. They actually say some blessing, please go away, please go away. And you. But we have to remember that the Buddha, remember the people always say, this is Dharma thing, always say, the Dharma is always good in the beginning, good in the middle, and good in the end. So when there is the first precept of non-killing, there must also be the antidote of non-killing. There must be an antidote to killing. So what did the Buddha actually say? To avoid or to practice non-killing, what can we do? What is the antidote? And the antidote is metta. But first I mentioned just now, if you go and sit down and meditate and say, please go away, I'm going to kill you, I will get a lot of matter for you, it won't work. I'll give you an example. Remember I told you I went for a meditation, meta meditation retreat. And during the meta meditation retreat, we were all asked to, while meditate, carry a bottle of water. And we radiate metta to that bottle of water. To pass the energy of metta to the water. So that we can bring it as a medicinal way. So after the meditation we did, after some time, I was actually so sick, I was hospitalized. But the water of water was still with me. And so happened during that time, Brother Victor came. And Brother Victor was also with us during the meditation retreat in Vegas. And my wife just asked Brother Victor, my husband also went for the meditation, metta meditation retreat, and he has this bottle of metta water. And that water actually helped to cure him. My wife was that desperate already because the doctors can't diagnose what was wrong with me. I was hospitalized. And Brother literally asked one very good question. How strong was your husband's metta? How to answer that? See, if your husband's metta is not strong, that bottle of water is useless. And I look back. Tak boleh pakai. Not strong enough. Tak boleh pakai. So we have to ask the next question. Yes, we talk about metta. But can metta be used without actually practicing it for a long time? I can honestly tell you the answer is no. The effect of metta does not come immediately when you practice. But it will come after a long-term practice. And you should be able to see the result in this lifetime itself. That is my confidence, the confidence I have. If you really practice metta with 100% confidence, you will see some of the results over here in this lifetime itself. And it will make you, instead of having faith, you have confidence and knowledge. Now, like we always say in Buddhism, faith is something like I hold a coin and I put behind my back, two hands, and I take which hand of this closed palm holds the coin. Now, faith is to say, Brother Ooi is a Dharma speaker. Probably you tell the truth, so if you say it is on the left hand, it should be on the left hand, because as a Buddhist, you shouldn't lie. But you are trusting me to say that the coin is on my left hand just because I'm a Buddhist. But you don't know how real it is. It will only become real, and you really know with 100% confidence if I open my hands and show you the palm, whether the coin is there or not. Likewise, this is only very academic. Then when you practice this, you have no bad dreams, you'll be protected by the spirits, no animals will harm you, you will not be killed by weapons and fire and poison. These are all very academic. I can recite them. But how do you know they work? Unless and until you practice it properly and with full confidence, then you will see the results. But you practice with half-hearted, maybe it work on that. Then you see the ends are metta, cannot go away. You actually stay there with metta, useless work. Then it will not work. Because metta should not be done only when the problem comes. It should be practiced every day until the problem disappears. Like Dr. Yang has mentioned just now. If you practice hard enough, the opportunity for you to kill something becomes less and less. Try that and see. Okay, commercial 15 minutes. So I just repeat this. That if you practice it hard enough and confident enough, you will find that somehow or other, the opportunity to kill a living being will become reduced. It will be reduced. Somehow or other, it will happen to you. Okay? This one I can say with a lot of confidence. Alright? And of course, these are the three things that we always talk about. Let me go through very quickly the last one. The 11 benefits of metta. Alright? And you look at these 11 benefits. I go back to the Kalama Sutta. I'm sorry, this is the Kalama Sutta. But please be very careful when we talk about the spirit of free inquiry. Because many times, even with a monk, We believe because it is logical to us. We believe because it is what we have in our preconceived. Then we say, yeah, it's true. But is it that something that is agreeable with us means it is true? And this is where we have to be very, very careful with the Kalama Sutta. Because something that agrees with us does not necessarily mean it is correct. So we have to be very careful. So the spirit of the Kalama Sutta, I will always go for these three: pure logic, rationale, and because you agree with it. Be very careful with these three aspects of the Kalama Sutta. Because these are the things that can actually bring us to the wrong path. Be very careful with it. Now, of course, if you look at the 11 benefits of metta, I say these are very academic until you practice them with 100% confidence and practice them for a long time. Then you find that the opportunity to actually kill a living being, even an ant, is very difficult. It will not come. Or even if it comes, it is very much reduced. Because you have created the condition of not killing. So that is very important. So like Mr. Sunil mentioned, I overshoot. Give me another 3 hours, I can still talk. Alright, next slide. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention.